What's up, y'all? It's Daddy DeLeoncore, and this is Pure Tentacion. Welcome to my channel. I pray that the content here inspires you to be the best you that you can be. All right, y'all, look, I got a little story time for y'all today. So, I'm walking from the train station. I'm gonna get right into it. Like this video, comment, all of them things. Make sure your post notifications are turned on for my videos because I want us to stay connected. So I'm walking from the train station. I'm out of like water in my house. Like I usually buy like gallons of alkaline water just to keep in stock because I just think water is just so important, but I'm out. So I wanted to go to Publix to buy a couple gallons until I'm able to get back to the grocery store and get some more water. I get off the train, right? Today I'm wearing Magnetic Blend from Initio. This is a pure musk fragrance here. This is probably one of the reasons why this story happened that I'm about to tell you, but this fragrance here is absolutely amazing. Pure musk. So if you have an energetic pheromone that is magnetizing, this right here will supercharge that. All right. So I'm walking from the train station. True story. I'm walking from the train station and it's cold, so I'm just trying to get to my destination. I'm on a time crunch. I'm trying to get to Publix, get the water, and just continue on to my day, right? So I'm leaving out the train station, and I see this guy walking, right? And I couldn't really tell if this guy was like a thug or a bum, and this is not a dig at him at all, just because of how he was dressed. Like he was just dressed sort of like hood. Well, not sort of, very hood. So anyways, I was trying to walk fast, so I would try to like cross him before he crossed me and was walking in front of me. So I was able to like get down the step, and I was walking, right? So as I turned the corner, I'm thinking he's gonna keep straight. So I turned the corner so that I can continue advancing, and he turns the corner too. I'm like, cool, I didn't think nothing. At the time, I was like checking out on Amazon, so I had got my phone and was continuing to pay for the stuff that I had in my cart. So all of a sudden I hear this, "Hey, sir. Excuse me." So I didn't know if the nigga was finna like, pardon my French, I didn't know if the guy was gonna like ask me for something, or if it was just like some sort of like, wheel in to rob me. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I just didn't know. So I turn around and I say, "What's up?" And he says, "You ain't looking for no company, is you?" And I said, "What?" He said, "You ain't looking for no company?" I said, "What kind of company?" He was like, "Your number or something." Now, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been on a date in a while. I've been celibate, no masturbation, no nothing. This is all happening in like a year's time. So when he said, "You ain't looking for no company," then when I was like, "What type of company?" He was like, "Your number or something." My dick immediately got hard. I'm talking about like rock hard in my pants. But I'm like a head over body type of person. So I was like, "Do you normally ask people that?" Well, that's not what I said first. What I said first was, "What's your name?" And he said his name was Skate. So I waited for a little bit. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." Then after I asked him his name, he told me his name, but didn't ask me for mine. My erection like completely went away because I was just like, okay, cool. This is not like, we're not of the same caliber clearly so then I was just like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna make general small talk until I get to the point where I'm making a right to get to Publix, and I just go on by my day. So I began to ask him things like, "Do you normally ask people that?" And he was like, "Yes, I do when I'm walking." I was like, "And it works? Like people just receive that well?" He was like, "Yeah, I guess so." And I was like, "Wow." So I was like, "How many candidates do you have for?" He was like, "What?" I don't even think he understood my verbiage. I was like, "How many people do you have on your roster for company?" He was like, "Oh, shit, a couple." And I was like, "All right, cool, that's grand." He was like, "Yeah, I'll see you later." I was like, I think because he was going, I asked him where he was going. He said he was going to work. I said, okay, cool. So then he actually got to his destination before I made my right. So he went on, made a left, and got to wherever he was going. So my thing is, there was no buildings. There was no like actual business or industrial buildings where he left. So I'm sure he made that right. He made the right to follow me, to ask me for my number. But here's the thing, like, You know, although like I got an immediate erection when he asked me that, and I'll say this, like I didn't really know what the guy looked like before, when I was first passing him, but when I turned around to be like, hey, like the guy was actually attractive. He was actually an attractive man, but that's just not enough for me. It's not enough to be attractive. It's not enough to like, you know, be a little bit distastefully assertive. Because while he did make the first move, he didn't really, it was just about like a physical interaction, and I'm really not into that. So you feel me, like temptation is not a huge deal. No matter how tempted you are, no matter what it is in front of you that might look like it didn't even look like it was glistening. It was honestly that was just a manifestation of me not having any human contact in a while in that way. But I'm a relationship oriented person anyway, so I never just like, I'm never down for a fling or anything like that. But it was a very interesting time, because at the point, like I didn't know what the guy was on at first. But be careful out there, because if you're willing just to ask any stranger, he didn't even know me, he didn't even ask me for my name, but he wanted to ask me for my number. Just be careful of those type of spirits, because they typically harbor lots of negative energy. It's spiritual transmitted diseases, spiritual transmitted infections, and actually physical like infections, sexually transmitted infections as well. And I'm not saying that this guy had those things, but you have to be careful energetically. Like that's if you want something that is honest and true. If you want something that is more than just sex, sex is not thrilling to me. I wake up every morning as a very handsome, sexy man. I get invigorated just by doing the things that I love. So I don't need to be sharing my body with anybody. And in fact, like there is a lot of quid pro quos and things that have to be committed to and follow before I even feel comfortable sharing my body with anybody. So, but that was an interesting thing, because in that moment, like I'm telling you, I tried to get a nigga a chance, to be honest. Because the approach was very tacky to me, just to walk up to someone and be like, hey, you're not looking for no company. I mean, I appreciate the balls, like the ballsiness of it was noticeable. But you know what I'm saying, you got to come really, really hard when you approach a guy like me, whether you're a woman or a man. You got to come harder. You know what I'm saying? Sending me a drink ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to look at me and immediately know, you know, how the asset. You have to immediately be able to see me deep down inside, and you can only do that if you know yourself. Anyways, guys, I wanted to come on and talk about that. It was such an interesting story, and I'm so open to more things like that happening to me so that I can share them with you. Today I am wearing, this is Magnetic Blend 7 from the House of Initio. It is an extrait department. No, this is an eau de parfum, sorry. All right, guys, well, I love you so much, and I'll see you later. Ciao.